10 fragrances TikTok made me purchase. If you want to know which fragrances are these, stay tuned after this intro. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. In today's video, it's a video related to TikTok and all that money I spent on TikTok on pretty much a lot of stuff. A lot of cheap stuff. Some of them works and some of them not really. On TikTok, they even have fake of fakes sometimes. So you can just buy a fake for a fake fragrance. So it is a double fake. Does it even make sense? But in today's video, we're talking about fragrances right here, and in this basket, always this basket behind me, we have 10 great, at the most part, cheap fragrances that TikTok made me buy. But before I start showing you my list, please show me some love by liking this video. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it to not miss any of this guy and his top 10s and all his great stuff that he always do. I do great stuff, I think. So quote me on that in the comment section down below. Do I do great stuff? No. Also, I'm just gonna leave links down there, so please go check it out and see if anything is conveniently priced for you. This is not TikTok. This is YouTube. So without making this video way too long, let's just grab my least favorite of the TikTok cheap fragrances that I got. A fragrance a lot of people been hyping, and I just fell for this hype. And as a matter of fact, I don't like it. I'm talking about Asad Zanzibar. It's okay, I guess, for the price. It's fresh, it's a little sweet, but it just smells very synthetic, and it's cheap smelling. I mean, I wear it sometimes if I'm going to the gym, if I'm running like some quick errands or something, and I know for a fact I'm just gonna come back home, take a shower, and just put on another fragrance. But for real though, even though it is cheap, it is not a good fragrance. Asad Zanzibar by Latafa, I don't like. But on the opposite side, I just love Assad, the regular Assad by Latafa again. I got this off the TikTok shop. I think it is great. It's a dupe of Dior Sauvage Elixir, and it is a good dupe. It is a little bit lighter, a little bit vanillic, and it's easier to wear. I'd recommend this one, but you would never see me recommend this one to you guys. Number 8 on this list, it's a good fragrance. I would say it's alright for the price. Is it great? No, but good enough. It's got something I dislike also that Latafa Asad Zanzibar has, which is like a fake sugar sweetness. It does smell synthetic, but the overall smell, it's okay. I can deal with that. I can recommend that, especially for the price. And that fake sugar synthetic smell, I can tolerate it, opposed to Asad Zanzibar again, which I can't. And I'm talking about Sceptre Malachite by Maison Alhambra. This is a dupe of God of Fire by 777 Stefan Humbert Lucas. And it is a good dupe, but still that fake sugar smell that kind of like put me off a little bit, even though for like what, $30 or so, that is a great deal for a fragrance that gets compliments. This one gets compliments, especially that it smells almost identical to God of Fire at a fraction of its price. Let's just grab another one, and this one again from the house of Latafa. Latafa does really great dupes, very cheap dupes, but at the most part they smell synthetic. And Qaid Al Fursan again by Latafa, ever since day one when I did probably the first impressions or so, but I did mention this fragrance a lot on my YouTube channel, on my videos, and I've been always saying that it smells very synthetic, cheap smelling to me. It is again $25, $30. You cannot expect much from it. But also this one is a beast. It's very sweet, pineapple-y with a lot of saffron. And this one gets compliments. It smells great in the air. So even though it smells synthetic from a close range, and I still think it smells synthetic to me, but I was a little upset of the amount of compliments, and notice this one got me. Qaid Al Fursan, if you just want to get compliments at a fraction of its price, even though you will think it smells very synthetic, get this one. Another one from the house of TikTok. As a matter of fact, I bashed it when I first did the first impressions. I thought it smelled like bug spray, hairspray. It smelled like that, but it's super fresh, hyper fresh. It doesn't smell like imagination per se, like 100%. It is a dupe of imagination, and I'm talking about Hawas Blue Spice by Khadlaj. But overall, I would recommend this scent, especially in this scorching summer heat. This one would work great. I've been wearing actually this fragrance a lot. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I wore this fragrance a lot this summer and I did enjoy it. You're just gonna have to douse yourself with it. It's pretty fresh. It doesn't last the longest, but again, for a freshie, it's great. It's a little bit more expensive than the Latafa and the Maison Alhambra fragrances, for about like $10 to $20 extra or so. It's still very conveniently priced for about like $45, $50 or so. I still think it's a great fragrance. Hawas Blue Spice, I would recommend it. Let's just grab another one. That's a good one actually. Club de Nuit Precieux by ARMAF. This is a little bit on the pricier side, $60 to $70 for only a 60 ml. So for dupes, that's on the higher end of dupes. But it's a better quality fragrance. In terms of the smell, it's a dupe of Aventus Absolu. A little sweeter, but it smells very good. It projects, it lasts. But the downfall for it personally, that it doesn't project the loudest and it just dies down into like a closer range type of projection, like within an hour or so. So sometimes it's gonna have to move to be able to smell it on you. But people pick it up, especially if it's like windy outside. This one travels very well in the wind. But you need to move or it needs some wind. It needs some support for people to be able to smell you after a little bit. So whether it's gonna have to reapply or maybe just, you know, if you move around, you'll be okay. Club de Nuit Precieux, it's still a very good one. I would highly recommend it. Let's just go pick up another one. Maahir Legacy by Latafa. This is a very fresh, minty, lavendery, a little old schoolish in a way, type of a fragrance. It's a dupe of Sedley and that's a good dupe. It is actually one of the better dupes that smells very close to the original. I mean, it's all synthetics and everything, but it just doesn't come across cheap smelling. Usually citrusy fragrances, they don't come across cheap smelling because they all use the same chemical at the end of the day for volatile notes. So it is hardly to notice a difference in citruses in terms of cheap and very expensive fragrances. There's the exceptions though, but at the most part, you don't. And Maahir Legacy, it's one that I highly recommend. It's very good and it gets compliments. Let's just go move to this one. And this one's got a lot of talk ever since it came out. Hawas Black. It's a dupe of Aventus Absolu. It doesn't smell like Aventus Absolu. It smells like Hachivat. This is a fake fragrance. This is a fake of a fake. Look at the cap. If the cap's got Hawas in it or RASASI in it, it is original. If it doesn't, it is a fake. I don't. I got it off Joma shop. And then you just go ask RASASI. I was like, we have no affiliation with this fragrance. No, that is not us. But then actually you find out afterwards that companies here in the US, they just leaked that fragrance before it actually comes out, before they officially launch it. So if you own Hawas Black, it is not fake, no matter the cap look like. If yours doesn't perform, it just needs to be macerated a little longer. That is pretty much it. This one is a Bissomi and it's a good one. It smells more like Hachivat, Absolu. It is stronger than ARMAF Club de Nuit Precieux and I love them both. I think they're both different enough to own them both. Let me know in the comment section down below. Which one do you prefer, ARMAF Club de Nuit Precieux or Hawas Black? This one is from the house of Khadlaj and this is Le Prestige Royal by Khadlaj. Khadlaj again is a little bit on the higher end in terms of clone fragrances. They have better quality clones and better quality packaging as well. Again, they run a little bit more expensive for dupes. around the $50 mark, unlike Latafa around the $20 to $30 mark. But I'd rather spend a little bit more for a better quality dupe. And that's a good quality dupe for Hibiscus Mahajad by House of Criverly. If you love that type of powdery rosy smell with some green nuances, Beast Mode, that's a good one. That smell of this one is not for everybody, especially if you're not into rose fragrances or powdery fragrances. But this one gets compliments. This one is a beast mode. This one will get you attention. Good stuff. I like the House of Khadlaj. They do have good clones. And this one, it's pretty good. I'd recommend it. Last but not least, and probably my favorite blind purchase from the House of TikTok, from TikTok. And I'm talking about Paris Corner Refaqat. That's a pretty good one in general. A dupe or not, that's a very good smelling scent because it's not entirely a copy of Baby Cat by YSL. Yes, it smells a lot like it, but it's not as sweaty or as dark as Baby Cat. This one is easier to wear with more vanilla. It's mainly built around the vanilla notes. And anything with vanilla pretty much will get you compliments. Vanilla, it's one of those notes that are cheap and it doesn't come across smelling very synthetic. There's the exceptions always, but at the most part, you'll find a lot of great cheap smelling vanilla based scents. And that's one of them, and it's a good one too. I would highly recommend Refaqat. It's a very good one and it is sold out most of the time for a reason because everybody buys it. So this is pretty much it, guys. I'm just gonna leave links to most of these fragrances down there. I don't think Khadlaj, they have a affiliate with YouTube. I wouldn't find a direct link to them. I'll try, I'll see, probably they have it by now. But at the most part, these fragrances are cheap. They're not gonna break a bank. At the most part, they perform well. They dupes of more expensive, more successful niche fragrances, and they get compliments. Let me know in the comment section down below, what is your favorite blind buy of TikTok? Or what TikTok made you buy? I'm curious. Also show me some love by liking this video. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it to not miss any of these guys in his top 10, and see you guys next time. Peace.